Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to try something a little different, and I thought I would take you along on the process of showing you guys how I make my all-natural and organic face cream. I had an order that I had to make up, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put my camera on and film the process just in case somebody else is interested in trying this out. Of course, you're making a beautiful product that has no chemicals or no parabens or nothing toxic for your skin, which I love, and it's made from nature. So this one I was very happy with, so I thought, you know what, it's worth a share. If you like this video and you would love to learn making your own natural skincare yourself, I will do more of this kind of stuff because I make everything from deodorants and soaps and scrubs and moisturizers, body butters, a whole load of stuff, serums. Yeah, I'm not much of a salesperson, but people know that I do it, so I'm always randomly getting phone calls if I could place an order and normally have kind of the same local customers. And of course I use it myself, and my children use it, and my family uses it. So I know that I'm doing something good for all of us. And now I want to share it with all you guys. So come along, and I'm going to start right into, I don't have a double boiler. If you have that, that's great. For this, I just use a pot, like a big enough to hold 2 jars in, and you fill it with a little bit of water. That's going to be basically my double boiler using the 2 jars inside, if you're wondering what that is. That's going to separate the oils and butters together versus the water, and you will see the process. So come along with me and see how it's done. And here you have to separate the oil phase with the water phase. So in one container, I do my butters and oils, my shea butter first, and this is just like a kind of a low temperature water bath. So it's melting slowly, so I don't disturb any of the nutrients in the shea butter or mango butter. Now I'm going to go in with my mango butter, and I'm doing a tablespoon of my mango butter as well, organic mango butter. I'm going to do a tablespoon of MCT oil. A tablespoon of grapeseed oil. And a tablespoon of jojoba oil. Of course, you can use whatever oils you choose to use. This will be a face moisturizer, so I'm choosing all non-clogging butters and oils that are really good moisturizing and like I said, non-clogging to the pores and anti-aging and moisturizing. And we can already, and with the water, I added coconut milk powder and aloe vera powder and glycerin. And this is distilled water. And that will be in the other jar. And now I have to heat the temperatures so they're at equal temperatures. I also need to add to my oils and butters is the emulsifying wax. I cannot forget that. As well as my cetyl alcohol. So I am gonna add 2 tablespoons of the emulsifying wax. This helps thicken and blend the two together, the waters and the oils. These little guys want to stick to everything that I'm doing. Okay, and now the cetyl alcohol, which is also a great thickener and also a good, preserves it a little bit. I am also at the end of the process, when everything's cooled, I will add a preservative. I use a natural preservative. I'm going to do a teaspoon of the alcohol wax. And now as everything begins to melt, or once it's all melted, we will have to measure the temperatures, and they need to be above 60, preferably somewhere in between 60 and 70 Celsius. That's when I remove them, and then I switch and blend them into a big glass bowl and begin to stir. And then the blending process and the mixing, they become a cream. And I continue to mix and begin to blend with a mixer. And as they cool, they become a cream and a moisturizer. And I add my essential oils and the preservative, which I add Leucidal, and that at least holds it for 3 months or so. I like to keep it cool anyways in the refrigerator, so just for extra preservation. But makes a beautiful cream. And like I said, you could use whatever creams and butters, or you could just use oils without the butters if you prefer, for maybe someone with more acne prone skin. And the ratios, of course, depend on how much cream you're making. If you don't want to use the water, of course, then you could drop the preservative. Of course, it's a lot thicker and more oily, more like a body butter. That's great. I do that for body butters, lip balms and stuff. Then you can use a normal wax for your lip balms. And body butters, you just need to whip it up. You cool it and begin to whip it with the blender, and makes a beautiful body butter. So I'll make more recipes to share. If you guys enjoyed this video, starting to melt. Still a little bit of beads in there. Okay, I'm gonna grab my thermometer. Let's see. Okay. This one. That should be good. I will move you guys over here. Okay. Here's the blending stage. we just hope that it comes together and blends. It's like baking. I always change the recipe all the time. Sometimes a little thicker, then sometimes it's a little thinner. It depends too, if it's like seasonal, you know, in the winter or fall seasons, I like it a little more thicker, you know. In summer, you want it a little lighter. So that all depends too. But this was a request for my friend, and I was thinking now it is fall, so I added a little bit more butter. I added, normally I'd either do shea or mango, but this time I did a little of both, and as well as a little more oil. And I'm gonna play around with the essential oils. I'm not gonna do too much since it's the face, but something a little fresh and good for, you know, beneficial for the anti-aging. So this time I choose frankincense, which is really a beautiful anti-aging essential oil and has a beautiful fresh scent, and cypress French, which is really antibacterial and really good for cleaning the pores, and also helps with the preservation of something so organic as what I'm making, and also has very fresh, and I thought it was very fall smell. And I'm gonna do a little touch of Palmarosa, again very anti-aging, a little floral scent, and a dab of grapefruit to freshen it up. I just love that. So those are gonna be what I choose for the scent. And I'm warming up my preservative, and I can't forget to add that. It hardens, so I need to kind of warm that up, and that needs to be added once it is cooler. So it looks like it blended, but of course it's still really warm. So I think I'll come back once it is cooler so I don't bore you guys. Okay, now the fun part starts, the mixing. It's all gonna come together. Vitamin E, which works as a moisturizer, of course, as well as a preservative. You can see that? See how nice? It almost looks like whipped cream. Same kind of consistency. I think I'm pretty. I would say that looks pretty amazing. You see how fluffy that is? And as it will sit, once I get it in the containers, it will continue to cool and to stiffen a little. It's still a little soft, but it's still a little warm. So that will definitely stiffen. If you see here, nice. Oh, it smells like heaven. It smells like heaven. I think that is a score. It's perfect. Yay! Job well done. Yes. So that was that. So you too can make your own skincare at home. Okay, that is great. I am so glad you guys made it through, and I hope you found it interesting and learned something. And I hope that you're interested in trying something and doing something good for yourself and using nature because it has everything we need to take care of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you're interested in trying something specific or have a question about something. I would love to answer for you and help me kind of know if this is something I should keep filming or not. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day. Till next time. Bye for now.